Hey guys, it's your boy M.K.S back here with another video once again. As ever, I hope this video makes sense with my key ideas and thoughts and imaginations and whatnot. But this is an idea I've had for a few days, probably really. But I'm sure many people have heard the term share for share. Normally it was on Facebook, I think, and a lot of people do it on YouTube, but which many people thought of when they saw the title of this video. But I posted on my Facebook as well that when I came up with this idea, it was like I was hoping for God to bless my paperworks or writings in my own unique style. And I've decided to expand the idea, and so I thought I'd open this, what can I call it, offer of a potential partnership, if you like, for one of a better way of putting it. Basically, sorry, I'll try and cut to the chase, but as I say, hopefully I'm making some sense, and I invite any of your questions or comments or anything. But basically, the idea is any organization or association, even business perhaps, or basically any organization or association, it could be spiritual, religious, or whatever, which wants to engage in this deal, if you like, or be part of this deal, or accept this deal. What I hope to do is like what I call the M.K.S writing style, or M.K.S works, based on the M.K.S writing style or whatever, and based on my ideas, whichever company, if they wish to be part of it, or whichever organization or association or whatever, the offer would be that if they support my writings or works, like if they help me to have a place where I can write my quirky ideas and imaginations, for each piece of writing M.K.S work I get to write and possibly give away to charity, well, hopefully give away to charity, I would give away one of their piece of work or whatever if they wanted me to. So for instance, if it's a business, if we're promoting their business or whatever, the idea originally was like, say for instance, if I write an M.K.S piece of work in my own unique style, and by my style I don't really mean like, if people see my handwriting they'll probably think I mean by my handwriting or my punctuation. I assume that's what most people probably think, so I'm assuming that most people would assume that, but what I mean is some of the patterns and style I have, like I used to like, I like to use every single page of, like say for a notebook, I like to use every single page, or I like things to be written in a certain way, or to express my ideas in a certain way. So it's not, I'm not necessarily talking about the punctuation, but I'm talking about basically the M.K.S works themselves, even if they're not written by me, even if they're copied by someone else, but generally written by me, generally speaking. And basically, sorry, drinking my tea before it goes cold. And as I say, I hope it makes sense, and I invite any of your questions. But yeah, so for instance, if I get to write a notebook, or even like a lined, what I call loose papers, like a refill pad, one sheet or two sheets or whatever, let's say one sheet of my ideas, I would share. Let's say if a church did that agreement and said, we'll give you room to write in your own way, and we'll give you a certain amount of notebooks, or we'll help you get a certain amount of notebooks, or you can bring a certain amount of notebooks or refill pads or whatever, and I get to write these ideas, then for each one I get to write, I would like to share a Bible with that. So if they gave me a Bible and said, as a way to say thank you to God. But now, to be more fair, if I dare say that, I've extended that offer or invitation or offer or whatever to any organization, any spiritual or religious or general organization. But yeah, so I hope that made sense, and I'd love to read any of your questions, and I'm sorry if I'm really mad, but yeah, so basically each piece of writing I get to write, each refill pad, what I call loose papers or refill pads, each sheet I get to write, or each idea I get to share, or each it could even be each project I get to do, or even people who share my Facebook posts, or it could be extended social media generally, like Facebook and YouTube are the only social media I use at the moment. But yeah, it could be for that as well. So if people share my YouTube video, I'll share theirs and that sort of thing. But also just generally who supports my plans and ideas and works and things like that. It's a bit difficult. I'm thinking like, although I believe in God, some of them would be like, I'm not sure if I should mention this, but confessional writings or whatever, which might not be the most clean or whatever. So I suppose that would be a bit of a dilemma. Again, I probably shouldn't have mentioned that, but if I'm honest, it might be a bit of a dilemma with a religious organisation like a church. But yeah, so if they help me to for each piece of writing, I'll say I get to do in my own unique style. I say not necessarily just the punctuation, or not even the punctuation on the handwriting necessarily. Obviously, I do write in a certain way. I have bad handwriting. Apparently, I can't speak properly either. I have bad speech as well. But yeah, I have bad handwriting, and admittedly, like people tell me, my writing doesn't look bad to me, but other people tell me it's bad, and also my punctuation. Obviously, people tell me it's really bad punctuation. Like, why the hell do you write like that, or are you writing in code or whatever? But yeah, if people help me to write those ideas, punctuation obviously, as it happens, is a part of it, but that's sort of not. That's just as it happens. So that's just the way it is, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so I hope that made sense. I'll say, like, for each piece of writing that, say if a church says we want to distribute Bibles, or we want to do whatever it is, then they help me to write certain writings or whatever, or give me a room to write in, or whatever that they have spare. Again, it could be a mosque or any religious. It could be a mosque. It could be church. It could be a dwara, mandir, or a synagogue, or anywhere else, or any business if they wanted to promote their business literature or whatever, or something to do with their business. Obviously, if they support, it's like share for share, or support for support, or one to one, as I put it, or 1-for-1. Anyway, sorry if I'm waffling, as I say. But yeah, so that's an idea I have. I thought I'd share it. While I have this opportunity, while I have the house fairly free. Just trying to think of anything else I can cover. Yeah, so if I do it with refill pads, it'll probably even more, because refill notebooks, loose paper as I call it, because to write one sheet would be obviously a lot quicker than writing an entire notebook. But yeah, like, I like to use every single page. In the past, I used to, especially on, both on lined or plain paper, I used to like write to the edge of the paper, and like in lined paper, use every single line. On plain paper, like use the whole paper, and strange things like that. But because of my handwriting as well, and I've decided, because it would help more people, I've decided now to pretty much all of the plain paper, which is basically unlined, even like if you have a notebook, even the inside of the notebook, like I want to give that to artists in developing countries, or what I call the six, which I mentioned before in my previous videos, or even artists just generally, that was with dyslexia, but especially what I call the six. So if I had a notebook which had like front cover, which is plain, which most people probably wouldn't use, I used to write ideas in there as well, or even write what I plan to write in the notebook or something like that. So I used to plan it before, and then after I finished the notebook, I used to write on the back of the plain paper or whatever. I hope that makes sense. I say what was in the notebook or whatever, or vice versa, stuff like that. So, but now I want to leave those spaces for artists. So if I write out my ideas in the notebook, then artists could write on any blank pages or unlined pages, including on coloured notebooks or coloured paper, which I hope to also share with people in Africa and Asia, and what I call an island, and what I call the six generally, so that they can so I can promote their art. But again, am I making sense? I hope so. Please post in a comment if you think I'm absolutely nuts, or anything else you want to comment, or any questions you want to ask, or even if you would like to be part of the deal where, as to say, share for share, I support your work if you support mine, that kind of thing. I've covered everything. If I forgot anything, I'll probably post it in the comment section. I always think I've forgotten something, and I probably, with my memory, I'll probably do. But anyway, sorry if I've been waffling, and I am out. Peace and love.